Welcome to Cinemike. This time I'm going to review the brand spanking new Avengers Infinity War trailer, the 19th film from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, this is it. All of this universe building in the last 3 phases have led us to this point. The most badass and biggest superhero team-up that any of us thought we'd see in a live-action movie. This one packs all of them in there from the looks of it. The man behind this series, Kevin Feige, has teased that this will mark the beginning of the end for this stage of the MCU. That means that the stakes will be very high, and any one of these beloved heroes may be sacrificed in the fight to defeat Thanos. So start placing your bets now. After delivering the most epic MCU films with The Winter Soldier and Civil War, it's super exciting to see the Russo brothers direct this one. They feel like a perfect fit. So now let's dive in and take a look at this trailer. Space, the final frontier. Tony Stark looking pretty bummed out. Well, there's Mark Ruffalo back as Bruce Banner. In Thor Ragnarok, he was worried if he'd be trapped as the Hulk permanently. It's not really surprising to see him back in human form again, but I wonder if they're going to address that at all. So Vision now can apparently assume the form of a human being, looking much more like Paul Bettany. Cool, I guess. I wonder how they're going to explain that. I guess he is an advanced life form. Maybe he just has acquired the ability to rearrange his appearance to look more human. Appears to be that he's developing a romantic relationship with Scarlet Witch, which, of course, follows the comics. I hope that didn't develop off-screen in between movies, because that was one of the things I didn't like about Black Widow and Bruce Banner's relationship, is that suddenly in Avengers Age of Ultron, they're like, oh, by the way, they're in love. It's like, okay, we didn't see any of the setup for that. So I hope that they give us a little bit more foundation for this brewing relationship. Well, there's Thor appearing much more serious than he did in Ragnarok, which is expected since this will be a darker movie. I just wonder if the tonal shift from Ragnarok will be a little jarring since that was a full-blown comedy. Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but it might feel somewhat out of place. Yeah, you can already feel how much darker this one's going to be. Just, the tone is set here. The music, like it, enjoying it. Definitely building up the tension and the stakes and the drama. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how Doctor Strange interacts with Tony Stark. I'm not sure if there's enough room in this movie for both of their egos. Seeing our heroes together, this is going to be really some geek out stuff. I like the hair standing up on Peter's arm when he senses danger here. It's a great way to show the spider sense at work. We've seen a lot of versions throughout these movies, but I'm digging the simple approach. Oh, the shades are coming off. Shit just got real. I'm wondering whose bodies are laid out on the ground here. Hopefully it's not the Asgardians, because the whole point of Ragnarok was that Asgard is its people, not a place, and Thor just rescued them. So it'd be pretty dark just to kill them off here. Oh, you motherfucker, I knew you had the Tesseract. You're gonna hand it over to Thanos or something, aren't you? Man, same thing with Thor here is that I wonder if Ragnarok made Loki too comedic to be taken seriously as a villain anymore, but he is one of my favorite villains from the series, so it would be welcome to see him return to that role if they can make it work. I wonder if this is also perhaps a strategy to maybe trick Thanos and that maybe he is still helping the good guys. Hard to say. Oh, super refreshing! A CGI bad guy. We never see those in superhero movies. I'm only mostly joking. I do tend to prefer practical makeup effects on an actor, but, I understand that Thanos would be a pretty hard character to accomplish that with. So, he does look pretty photoreal, much better than Steppenwolf in Justice League, and I can see the Josh Brolin features going on here, and I'm sure this is not even a finished version of it yet, so by the time the movie comes out, it's probably going to look even better. So far looks good. I do love that Spider-Man will finally and officially be part of the Avengers. I'm totally psyched for that. But I do have one little issue. I know that I may be in the minority here, but I'm not a fan of the new Spider-Man suits. I thought he was way too gadget-heavy in Homecoming, but the Iron Spider-Man suit feels too far. I know that he always had some gadgets in the comics, but that was never what the character was about to me. I think that they should save all that tech-heavy stuff for a character like Iron Man. I don't want Peter needing an AI to walk him through situations or to solve his problems for him. I don't want him to need to rely on flashy gadgets to save his life. It minimizes the character to me. Also, And I know this is early on in the effects process, but at the moment, he also looks a bit cartoony. Hopefully we get Tom Holland in a suit through some of this, because CGI, it just never looks as good as a real guy doing stunts. It looks like Thor is going to be spending a lot of time in space here, which makes sense. That's where they left him off at the end of Ragnarok. Black Panther was one of the best things about Civil War, so it's going to be awesome to see him back in this. I'm also looking forward to his solo movie. And look kids, it's Captain America! Letting himself go. Been spending a little too much time on Black Panther's couch, have we? After dropping his shield in Civil War, I wonder if he's just identifying himself as Steve Rogers this time. It's the Hulkbuster! We're seeing some new looks rocked here. We got Chris Evans with the full facial hair, which maybe it's because he's in hiding and he's a wanted man. Makes sense to conceal your face a bit. But I wonder if that's the same reasons for Black Widow going blonde. Is her thought process, how could they possibly recognize me without my red hair? Or if Scarlett Johansson just didn't want to dye her hair red or wear a wig? Fuck yeah! Some fighting, some battles, like it. Black Panther, beating the shit out of what looks like an alien with 4 arms. Spider-Man getting slammed. Spoiler alert! I mean, I know that we all assumed that Thanos was going to take Vision's Infinity Stone, but shouldn't you save that for the movie? Oh shit, now you guys are in trouble. Oh, damn! You know, I can't say that it isn't somewhat satisfying to see Iron Man get punched out like that just because he's been such an idiot for the last few appearances he's made. This is for being a dick in Civil War. This is for creating Ultron. And this is for Iron Man 2. All joking aside, obviously I love Tony Stark, he's a great character. I'd like to see him get some redemption for his past mistakes this time. The Winter Soldier, rocking a gun, with Black Panther and an army, there's Falcon. Oh, armies clashing together on a battlefield, the Avengers running into camera. Oh, what more can you ask for at the end there? And then you got the Avengers theme music playing. Super cool. Oh man, I like the fact that they're utilizing Wakanda as a big location for this battle. Awesome. Oh shit. What better way to end this trailer than a little cameo by the Guardians of the Galaxy? Sweet man, that's everything that you want from this trailer and more. It gets me super excited. It seems like we're going to be seeing some major developments happening in the MCU here. Certainly some character deaths. I'm expecting anywhere from 1 to 4. We see our heroes grouping together in a few teams. In one team, we see Thor pairing up with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Loki is possibly involved with this group as well, assuming he's not a total jackass. Then we've got Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Hulk, possibly Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, and Vision in a second group. They seem to be spending a lot of time in New York City. But then, in a third group, there's Captain America, Black Panther, Black Widow, Winter Soldier, and Falcon fighting in Wakanda. Of course, it would be no fun if these teams didn't cross over with each other at some point. Like we see Bruce Banner interacting with Black Widow with what appears to be Wakanda in the background. Hulk also charges into battle with her and Steve Rogers at the end, and in that lineup there's also War Machine, but it's unclear which group he starts with. We also see the Hulkbuster appear in Wakanda. Since there's also a huge battle occurring there, it seems that this could possibly be where the finale takes place. I think it's at least a midway point, but if the finale is in Wakanda, since we don't see all of our heroes there, could it be that some of them didn't survive to this point? Or are they just helping the fight on a different front? I'm also hoping for some surprise appearances. Perhaps one of the Defenders, like Daredevil, or maybe we'll finally see Coulson come back to the Avengers again. Let them know he's still alive. Minus 1 or 2 little concerns that I brought up, overall I'm blown away. They've got my money, I can't wait to see this. And that was my review for this awesome trailer. If you enjoyed this video, then please click upvote, and feel free to leave a comment below. Share your own thoughts about this and tell me who you think might be making their last stand here. Also, please follow my channel, and you can also follow me on Twitter at CinemaMikeNerd. So anyways, until next time, this is Mike, signing off.